All right. Let's see if this is working. Let's just have a little look here. Ah, and I get the chat there. Anything? Let's see. What's this? Huh. Whoops. Shit. Where did the chat go? It's just sorry about this. I'm just setting up stream elements, so I had the chat on my side here, and then I clicked something and it went away. So I'll have to look at it later. But I will be doing some coding for the manmelter suggestion, so you get to see the process of that. And yeah, let's take a look. I just need to get the chat open because it vanished, basically. Let's see. Is there any? Yes, there you go. All right, so can't log in with. All right, anyway, this is stupid. Let's see if I can find everything. All right. So also, I have some notifications and stuff. So hopefully it works. There's like a tipping link if you want to tip whatever. But like, this is the last guy who subscribed. So whenever someone subscribes to their channel, you'll get. Did you guys hear that? Please let me know in the chat if you heard the voice call thing. All right. See. Chat. Oh, this is stupid. No balancemod servers in Asia just now. All right. Let's see if I can get this set up. So I'm going to be. Does anyone else at Spotify just always not work? Is that like a thing? Let's have a look here. Like if I have to like always restart my Spotify on the PC because it always like freaking crashes. Let's see here. All right. Now I'm joining my test server, which is where I do all the testing. So let's have a little look here. What was the suggestion? Let's see if I add. If I go here. Yes, you should see it. Cool, and then I have to add. Let's see. Whoops. This. Yes, there we go. Nice. Alright, so we have the attributes here. So let me have a look at this. So what MagGen wanted is faster projectile speed. Like, I don't think this is a good idea for any flare gun because of just consistency, but we can have it because it has it in the vanilla. And then here, the problem with the previous one when it does mini crits is that the damage isn't enough. So with this, I'll be able to modify the damage to whatever we want, pretty much. So we can have it so that it deals. It doesn't have to do mini crits. We can just adjust the crit damage. Basically, I'm not entirely sure how we'll do that, but that's what we're gonna figure out. Yeah, afterburn duration makes sense too, I guess, since you have infinite everything. So let's take all of this shit, boop, and then we're gonna go ahead and join my game. And of course, the console is on the wrong key, so I have to freaking restart TF2 because, you know, Norwegian keyboard and American keyboard doesn't have the same fucking key for console. It's like a different key because the Norwegian committee that was making the Norwegian keyboard, it didn't show up on the typewriter meeting, so the people who made the typewriter just had to freaking wing it, and that's why it sucks. Let's see here. Oh, you don't hear the music. That's cool. But you have the game sound, right? Do you not have the game audio? What's happening? What the fuck is happening? You have the music too, right? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think I'll just put this in along with the rest of the other plugins that we have. I have so many freaking documents open I have to close. Alright, there we go. Let's see, then I can just... It's this thing. So this is the one right now, and when we add a crit to it, it does 108, and like this version right here, the vanilla version it doesn't really make sense to use because you get less value for stuff you can't control, while the version we have now, which I think is probably fine because it's better and worse in different situations. It's very much dependent on an enemy pyro, right? Because that's the whole shtick about the weapon, is that you extinguish your teammates and then you become more powerful. That's the entire deal with the weapon. Like same with the extinguisher, they're on fire and then you do well. Right? Okay. So let's see, because I'm not really sure I have understood what the problem is. So let's see here. Let me bring up the monitor. So he says that the current manmelter is the result of the vision that it should be to counteract afterburn spam effectively. However, the stats do not easily allow to punish this playstyle. Despite the damage bonus and deploy time bonus, as such, manmelter should be strengthened in its own niche, giving a similar treatment to that it had when balancemod was not, but with better consideration for its higher damage. Then the stats. Hypothesis: now the weapon is similar to its vanilla previous balancemod iteration stat-wise, removing the deploy speed because you can already run other unlocks to boost your whole supply speed. Time, whatever, so this is relevant unless you consciously chose not to run them. The projectile speed is re-added to give the weapon better long-range harassment, which none of the flare guns can do as reliably. Both the damage bonuses and boosts make it feel more powerful. Older version, this could one-shot light classes with a crit, and this is why they now mini crits instead, but still deals around 120 damage with the full afterburn duration. This also front loads all the damage on your initial hit, but reduced afterburn brings in the line of the flare gun. Isn't this what we have? Except the slower firing speed. Isn't this literally what we have? Except that the damage is done right away and not later. Excuse me? We have this. We have this now. Let's see here. Yeah, the older version. It's front loads all the damage, but reduced afterburn in line. Regular flare gun. The duration was also cut to prevent easier access to spam crits without having to land successive. What's the duration was cut to prevent easier access spam? I don't understand that one. This will operate as the anti-flare spam unlock, better than the current version. Deploying faster literally doesn't matter if you don't run fire axe or decreaser, and the bonus, the damage. Why are they talking about that? It doesn't have that now. You know, it doesn't. It's like it shoots faster, does more damage, has less now, and has less afterburn, and it's not this faster projectile speed. It's literally the same thing. But we'll give it a go, and we'll see just how different it is, right? So we'll put on these stats that he has that he has added. What's happening here? So this is the document that I used to code. That we have all the stats in, so I'll just find the manmelter, there it is, and then I'll just comment out all the old crap, and I'll add in the new crap. Yes. So before I switch, this is now it's still the old version, right? So let's see. If I just do a crit shot like this and shoot at this engineer, you'll see that his HP is at 9, right? And then we update, and now we have the new version, which should have longer afterburn. So then we do the add cond, and then we shoot the scout. Just mini crits though, so it should do more damage. So let's just see here. How much health did he end up with? 23. But if we were to, because we did 54, right? So we're gonna add another. So he dies. He fucking dies with this setup, right? Because in the stats it said that about 70 damage is what the crit should do, and here it does 54. So yeah, you'll freaking one-shot squishies with this thing as it's suggested. Is that what we want? I specifically designed the current one not to do that. But I think being able to alter the crit damage in itself is pretty useful. But here's one thing that's I'm a bit. Okay. Right. I wonder if I can do this right. Oh, I can't. Oh, I also haven't been watching chat at all. I've just been focusing on this. Let's see here. What are you guys saying in chats? Yeah, removing debuffs? No, not gonna happen with this thing. Yeah, so like the current balance mod has lost the sniper harass thing. Says Robson. But it's now the best flare gun for destroying buildings? Or flare guns aren't particularly good at destroying buildings. As you can, as you can see. I mean, maybe. I mean, I think the shotgun would have been faster to kill it, honestly. Right. So let's see here. This current. I want to see how much damage it does total. Well, I already know with the scouts. Let's see. So it does does 102. Right? It does like with the mini crits it does 102 with the full afterburn. But the thing with the afterburn is that it's very easily countered. But that means if we combo this with the extinguisher, how much damage do you get? Still get 144. And if you look at the regular flare gun, you get 157. And the current, this thing, 141. So, yeah, we also have the detonator, which gives us 157. So it's not on the highest end with this duration. 140 is still pretty decent, but I wonder how long it is for that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if we can do some coding on this thing. The fuck, didn't I close all this? What is happening? Alright. But I think being able to change the crit modifier on this weapon can be helpful for the future. Right now this version is it's going to be even better than the current one, but if people are fine with that and they want that, we'll see. It's not totally unheard of that the people making battle suggestions don't really understand what they're suggesting. But anyway, here we have the code, and now I'm going to be very uglily coding this because I'm just copy pasting and adding more stuff basically. So I think I'm going to use the cleaver, because that is just or cleaver crit I think is the one I'm going to be using. So I'll have to create some more stuff here. Just very shitty coding, mind you. I am terrible at coding. Manmelter, yes. And then we had and then it is the manmelter crit modifier. I'm just gonna put that at 1.0. Damage for manmelter crits. So far so good. What else do I need? I need, because this is like the guy who originally set this up is in the chat. I don't really understand why I need to do all of this stuff. I think I also should go to let's see here. Probably gonna move this. Nah, it's fine. You can just stay there. Who cares? Let's see. Stream elements. This is what I've been using, setting up. So let's go to my dashboard, because this stuff is annoying, right? Having this on the screen. So I'll just edit that live on stream. There it is. So I'll just let's see. Just gonna hide that. Hide that. And hide that as well, and then click save, and boom, it's gone. Nice. Cool. All right. So we have that, and then we have this. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Item indexes. What do I even need? I have it here. I have the manmelter here. Manmelter. Yes. All right. So we have manmelter. We're gonna have to. It has to be this one, right? So it is the same as that one. Right, so far so good. Then we have adding this one. Let's see, so then we have here. Because they're the only ones that's up there, and then that one is up there. Nice. Guess this one is just there, and I also need to add it down here as well. God, I'm so good at coding, guys. I am literally genius. If any of you guys are not subscribed, you should subscribe now, and you'll get we can see if the notification stuff works. Alright, and then because those are these, right? And then I probably need this one, right? Yeah, sure. Obviously need this one. Alright, and then we just find the code for the cleaver. Yes, so this is the code for the cleaver. I think, let's see here. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to use some of this other code. This is that one. Alright, so we'll put it just down here. Is yeah, we don't need this. Don't need to remove any conditions. We also don't need this check. So don't need to reset the button, and then we also need to use this instead. I think this is the man. Yes, this is the one. Jesus! Thanks for the sub and live. Electric maze. Jesus, that's loud. Holy shit. God, did anyone else get startled by that? Jesus. I just looked at myself on the stream page where I just freaking got this. Oh, so it works. It might be a bit loud. All right, so let's see. What was the is cleaver function? Let's see. Is cleaver. Yeah. So we have to is manmelter, right? And then we have the number here. Just go in there, boom. If manmelter gives more skin. Manmelter. Fuck. What the fuck did I literally just closed the document. Yeah, alright, so we got it saved. Cool. I'm not sure what I fat fingered, but it was something. Yeah. Thanks for the for the resub. I think I'm gonna go to the Streamlabs page and just freaking turn down the volume on that thing because it was a bit loud. Holy shit. Let's see, overlays. There we go. Alert box. Settings. Subscriber alert. Let's put it down to 50%. Actually, let's do that for all of them. Oh, they were at 50%, all of them, except for the one I added here. All right. Nice. Save. that. Alright, so far we have gotten so far that I have just made the setup for the manmelter thing, so we haven't actually done anything with the logic, so that should be down here. Yes, okay, so adjust damage done by manmelter. Yes. Right, so let's remove this. So we were only going to adjust the damage if the damage was a crit, right? So let's see if I can remember this. If crit type is crit type crit, right? That means if we're doing a crit, we adjust the damage to manmelter, and then return plugin changed. I think, and I don't need this, so we're gonna put the debug in so we can see that it does something. Otherwise, we don't do anything. Right. Right. Let's see if this compiles. Let's check and see if it compiles, and it did compile. Nice. Did I have this? Yes, I had it there. So there we go, and then we're going to do SM plugins refresh, and now we should have it in the game. And I forgot to turn on the debug mode. What the fuck was that debug mode? I forget what the value was. I can just check by turning on the modifier. So if I put the modifier to 0.1. Oh, right, because we have the freaking stat where it mini crits instead of crits, right? This one. So let's switch that up. And let's try again. Okay, crits. And then it's not working. Fuck. Alright, what does the debug mode say? I forget, yeah. Reserve shooter debug. Yeah, it doesn't even trigger. Alright. Time to look at the code. It's manmelter. It's 595, right? Let's see. 595. Manmelter. Yep, that's right. Does the check. Let's see. I'm not sure if the check is correct. What did I do wrong here? So we have do I need to check if it's a valid client, or did I check that earlier? Yeah, so all of this is alright. I can add those checks later. Let's see. And then I'll also default to like half or something. Since that's the one it should be using, I think. Yeah. This isn't inside. I'll also just move this up, because why not? So, is this inside? Do I have other valid client checks? Alright, let's try it again. Okay, so we can tell that the weapon is manmelter. You can see that here. But it's not registering as a crit because the crit is like removed as we fire, I think is the problem. But let's see if we make it mini crits and then let's see, crit type equals, what was it? Crit type mini crit, yeah. Because that's the right way to check, right? Let's see, microwaving is crit. So something actually, what is it? Is crit? Yeah, okay, we can just add this check, I think. If you are critted. Let's see if I can make the manmelter sound louder. Maybe. What I would really like is to force a reload animation on it. That would be sweet. Let's try this. And yeah. Says I'm not critzed. So let's see. Aha. You're crits. You're critted. What? Oh, that's because of the... Wait. Why am I getting... You are critted. When does it say that? Okay. You are critted, yes. And then... You are crits. Oh yeah, that's probably from the, yeah, okay. I guess I didn't, I guess I didn't need that. Alright. So, manmelter, it was here, yeah. So, Yes. So I guess this is redundant. So we know that we're critted now. So if we are, because it turns out that this is a bit different, right? So I'm just gonna have to check and see. So it's going to be interesting on the last hit. Right, okay, so this is interesting. So when you fire your last hit, like you aren't crits, but the damage should be critical, right? So it should crit. So let's do this. So we are critted, I guess. This is the fun part about doing like code and stuff for TF2 is trying to figure out just how the hell stuff works, right? Because we have tools to check how we to check if like, do I have crits? Was it a crit damage? And sometimes it's just like, no, it's not. So let's do that again. Let's see. So that was 40. And that is 120. How does it work? If I go to, I need to check. I'm gonna bring the monitor up. I need to check if. Okay, so manmelter doesn't use any like own crit storage mechanics, I think. Let's see. This is this one. Did I put? Yeah, as a max of this, I'll put this at like 0.5. There we go. So let's compile this. Try again. It didn't compile. What the fuck did I do wrong now? Let's see. Probably fucked something up down here. Yeah, I think we found it. It's a mini crit. That's wrong. There we go. Now it worked. I'm gonna put this up. Reload. Back to TF2. Then this.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Alright, so let's do this. Alright. Crits should become mini crits with this weapon now. Let's see. even when we do mini crits, we aren't able to properly hook the damage because you can see that I'm doing some checks here if the if the crit type is mini crit. Is this the right syntax or am I just using wrong? Let's see. I don't think I can check if it's a crit type. Yeah, this is the old code that I didn't really finish for the Reflect of the Sandman that I couldn't really get working. Is it this one or this one? Did I? Maybe it's this. Let's see if it was that it was just a typo thing. Right. Still not. Hey, thanks for the sub. Like, I really want to just change the crit damage, but I guess I have to just like do some really dumb coding to get this to work. All right. Since like, let's see. Oh no, the facade. Did it literally just fall down? I am the code now. Ah, damn it. There, it's perfect. Didn't even hang it up right. So you can, and then there's some stuff up here. Fix that later. Shit. So I think instead of it doing mini crits, I think we can just wait. What? Someone can't count because this is 1, 1, 2, 4, 4. That means the initial test I did was wrong. Alright, well, we'll have to do a new test now because, you know, freaking McNamjam can't count to 5. It's like 1, attribute 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, he says not sure which would reduce afterburn duration. Oh, I guess it's both. Both would do that. So we only need one of them. Let's see, afterburn. Which one is the one I've used? Let's see. Yeah, it's 825, 829. I think. Was it 828? What? Yeah, it should be penalty. Penalty. Yes, sorry. And I don't. Yeah, we don't need the mini crits becomes crits because we can just alter the damage. I think. Alright, so now that we have the proper stats here, let's take a look and see. Here. So, yeah, he fucking dies because of the more damage. Alright, so it will do 120 crits. But we wanted to do 70, so... Because as soon as we fire the manmelter, we are no longer critted. So usually with the other tests, we check. Let's see, what do we do it with the reserve shooter? I just have to try and remember what we did. I think I need to just print out the crit type. Crit type. Should probably be this. We have... No, it should be capital. Should it? No. Lowercase. Lowercase. And what's the crit type? It's its own type. Alright, so... What type's the crit type? Fragancia. What should I do to print it out? You know this? Try string. Now I have fucking... Oh yeah, right. I fucked up somewhere else too. God damn it, what was it this time? Oh. Right. There we go. Then compiled. this is crit type nothing. Crit type nothing. What was the condition for? Yeah, 19. What? Oh! That's right, the other plugin that the other guy made, let's see. How to disable that. Yeah, there we go. So it's not a string. Okay, so it's an integer. All right. Then we can do integer. So it should be 1, 2, or 3, something like that. Crit type 3. Alright, so we are now getting the value that it's crit type 3. But this is going to be interesting when we add cond 11. It's also crit type 3. What? Are you serious? Or wait, does it have the? No, it crits. Wait, how many times does it say crit type? It says 3 no matter what I do. Why is that? Oh. Okay, crit type 0. Now we're getting some different results here. Also crit type 0. That was 28. No, wait. What was it? 19. Also crit type 0. What? So now is this crit type 0? Crit type 0. It's always crit type 0. What the fuck? Yeah, so that means this part of the code right here, like, it does nothing because this is always, with the manmelter, it's always 1. Or I'm not even sure what happened because we got different results depending on it. Ah. So this, like the if statements are never true because it doesn't take the damage type. I mean, we can check if we're crit boosted, but we aren't really crit boosted because the crit boosts. Like what? Since this gets removed as with fire, and because it's on the same frame as with fire, we're no longer crit boosted, and here and just. It's always 0. Use it later. Take damage modifier rules hook. I don't know how to set this up. I'll have to look at it later. Well, shit. Let's just make it really bad, okay? Let's make it a really bad coding. So right now, the initial hit should be 120, right? Yeah. 120 on a crit. So if damage is 120, we will modify that. Modifying damage. We will just modify the damage instead on that particular frame. So, well, I thought I'd just stream the process of this for fun, since I have got the Streamlabs set up and stuff, so that's why. Oops. Alright. This crit type is useless, since it's always 0. But let's see if this really shitty solution works. Since then it's only modifying the crit damage, right? So then this and then wait, hold on. I might have the incorrect modifier value still. Let's see. Yeah, wait. It's set to 0.5 and let's put it to 1 and see if anything changes. Yeah, it's not able to hook the damn. What the fuck? Is he supposed to fly that far? Hold the fuck on. I mean, it's modifying something. Cause you see the fucking knockback they got? What the fuck was that? Here we go, boop. And this is with. Put it to 0. Or do they always do this and I just don't know it? Yeah, okay, I guess. I guess it's just a thing. I didn't know. If we shoot lower, they fly more, I guess. Well, now we know that. Ah, right. It's a float. Fucking idiot. GPS. Oh, that's why. I hope. We all floating down here. Alright. Moment of truth. Fuck. Didn't I refresh it? I refreshed it, and then we have the modifier at 0.2. Wait, hold the fucking phone. What is the actual damage from this hook? Mm-hmm. That's a big number for damage. Why is that happening? So probably some conversion issue. Is it a float maybe? Damage. Yeah, it's a float. Of course, it's not integer GPS, you dumbass. Up. All right. 39, 4, 4, 4. And then let's take a look. Moment of truth. It registers the damage. The crit damage is only 39.901. Even when we do this. Ah! Can I float this? So we get crit type 0. Crit type 0. It's always crit type 0. Capital one, this one. Still 0. Still 0. So without anything, I'm able to just, I can modify the damage now, as you can see. Like, just modifying the damage, but we have no way of, like, fucking getting it to understand that it's a crit. Because, as you... yeah. Maybe or maybe the way I'm going about it is wrong. So what do we have? You should have the crit type, but it doesn't give the crit type. It's always the same. I don't know. Pyro is weird like that. Take damage modifier rolls. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. Let's have a little look here. It's still source spawn, I think. Yeah, down take damage modifier rules. Okay. Yeah, okay, this is smart. Yeah, I see what you mean. So we have to use this instead of the other one. Alright. Yes. Then I probably have to do this. Oops. Just copy this. Because this is the one that goes there, yes. And then it's the on-take damage modify rules with all of this, right, like so. That should be right. That should be it, I think. Unless I'm like a super dumbass and don't understand it, because this one does. Yes, yes. Alright. Cool. So, then we can just move this inside here. And let's hope that this works. Or that right now I want to just check if I can get the crit type. I don't care about any of this right now. Let's see. Moment of truth. Alright, here we go. Crit type 0. Type 0. Fuck! Let's see, am I... Let's see if I get some different damage off of this one. So 39 4040, yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's see if I do add cond 11. Aha! It reads the right crit, or the right damage numbers at least. So if we can get the damage numbers, we can modify the crit damage. Easy. It's not pretty, but it will work unless we fuck something up. Right. Let me just check the so yeah, so it reads it as 2.7. Yeah. I guess that's the way I have to do it. We can just modify the crit damage. Since we now know what it is. So then we do, let's see here. Oh my god. Forgot the hotkeys, never mind. Alright. Oh wait, is it integer maybe? Let me just do this. I want to see if I can get the integer value of, or if I can get the crit type, that would make it way easier for stuff in the future, for flare guns and stuff. So let's see. We got it. We got crit type 2. All right. I was just using it wrong thing. So you see when I shoot now, you see that's number 2 because that means a crit, and the other aren't a crit. So that means if I shoot a mini crit, it should say 1, which it does because of the afterburn. Bam! Oh, thank you, Fragancel, for showing me that because I was about to give up. All right, we can do this. We can make the type. So let's see here. If crit type equals crit type crit, we modify the damage. But yeah, welcome to modding Team Fortress 2, where fucking shit doesn't usually make sense, and you have to use other stuff, I guess. Yeah. Did I do it? Let's see. Whap whap. Type 1, yeah. So we do. And then we do add cond 11. Haha! Modifying damage. So now we did 60, right? And then if we do the yeah, that manmelter. If we put that to like 0.1, and then we do add cond 11, we'll do 12 damage. If we put it to 1, we should do a full 120, which we do. So yeah. Now we can modify the damage. So he wanted it to do like 70, so that's, I'm not good with math, but that's like slightly more than half or something. 72. Alright. 55 maybe? 66. Alright, so 57, fine. This can probably be solved with math. Oh, 69. Still 69. What about 58? Still 69. 59. 71. God damn it, it's like 58.5 maybe? This is how rounding works. Yeah, there we go. Fucking nailed it. 70. Drunt beer with the fucking truth bombs. A lot of your changes suck. No they don't, idiot. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Right. Cool, we got it. Yeah, Drunty really hates how like everything is viable and good and broken stuff isn't broken anymore. I mean, we did have some stuff that was broken that we fixed, but that's because, you know, lack of awareness of how players were using it. Cool. All right. Nice. So what was the modifier value by default? 0, 5, yep. Balance mod isn't hated, it's just not played. Because of fuckers like you spreading misinformation like that. So, we also have a pretty small player base, and we really haven't gotten any like big vouchers from any big names like other stuff have. Like, if my YouTuber days had granted me like the following of Uncle Dane, balance mod would be like the biggest thing for sure. So yeah. Cool. All right, so we got this. Let's see if we got the rest of the stuff right from McNam Gem here. Right. So, with all of that done, let's just take a look. Because remember, in my version, 125 class has 9 health left when he gets shot by this once, right? So I'm going to add cond 11 and do bam. I think he's not gonna die, hopefully. Let's see here. Nope, he dies. He literally dies, but he dies from afterburn. Right. Does the gas passer needs work? What do you mean gas passer? Gas passer is fine. What the fuck are you talking about? Look at this. Just shoot, do damage, and then throw the gas, and explode twice. Wait, why did they set the bleed timer? What the fuck? Somehow the gas passer set the bleed timer. What the fuck is happening? If I do. What? Why does the gas passer trigger the fucking bleed? What the fuck? Because this is the bleed part. Why didn't that work? Thanks for the donation. Oh, there we go.
Money!
Old School TF2 super chatted $1.01.
Thank you for the donation, Old School. You can also include a message in the donations if you want. That's also a feature we have. Should work. I just saw it, and then it took a while before it showed up. But yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to. So, when I'm using the gas passer, the bleed gets called. why does this one get called? Let's see. Wait. Does the gas passer trigger bleeding? Valve? You can't have the gas passer trigger bleeding, you idiots. What the fuck? Does that mean if you throw the gas passer and you hit a cleaver, it'll crit? Because they're... Or... This gets called. All right, because I haven't put this inside the code for. Wait, what the fuck am I doing here? Let's see. What did I do here? No, what? Wait, hold on. This makes no sense. So we check if the cleaver is a weapon, and then we check if they're bleeding, and if they're bleeding, we remove the condition bleeding, and if they're already bleeding... Wait, there's probably a reason for this. I think they might use bleed or something for triggering... wait, what is that? Bot command 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Bot command all 1, 2, 3. Where's that? Yeah, because it does trigger bleeding. Let me just see here. So if you get hit by the cleaver, then we remove the bleed. And if you were already bleeding, we do the mini crit damage. We reset the, because this is a counter we use for keeping track of who's bleeding. So, but what does this do? If they are bleeding, we count. Ah! Yeah, alright, I see, I remember now. I remember. So this is needed for when bleeding is triggered by not the cleaver. Right? And then we use the bleed counter. But why on earth does the gas passer require or trigger bleeding? I have no idea. I think they use bleed to set pyro on fire. I think that's what they're doing. They like have like maybe one like it does the bleed, but it doesn't do the tick, and then it just applies fire instead of bleed. But why they don't just, you know, create something called bleed fire is beyond me. So. Oh well. It doesn't really change anything though. Or does it? Wait, hold on. Let me check. I'm gonna go to my scout loadout and equip the cleaver. Maybe this is some hidden like thing. Let's see. So you do this, and then we do slap. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so the bleeding gets reset almost immediately. Because, yeah, so it has one tick of bleed that they probably use to trigger fire on pyros, I would guess. Because what you can see here is that as soon as the gas passer is called, it bleeds once, and then and then the bleed counter is reset. You can see like it's, because in the debug I've added, so like let's say if we go sniper, right, and we use the tribal man's shiv, you'll see that when I hit people, it counts upwards, right? We count the amount of time it bleeds, and if they stop bleeding after a certain amount of time, it's like 0.6 seconds. We're just like, okay, they're not bleeding anymore. That's sort of the counter that we use to keep track of this. But you see what happens with the the gas passer is that they all bleed for 1 tick. So it appears that on impact, what you trigger is bleed on the gas passer. Reverting the explosion? I think it's the explosion that causes it. We can test that right now and see if that's the case. So we have, I think it's just this, and then we do bang, and then they shouldn't go explode, I think. Yeah. Yeah, you see, it's this attribute here, 175. This one, explode on ignite, the one that they use in MVM. It's actually, it triggers a bleed tick that then triggers the fire. Whoever wrote this is a fucking idiot. Come on. Oh Jesus, it's like so interesting working with Valve code when you see that all the stuff, the weird stuff that they do. It's like you have the lunchbox adds mini crits. This is the name of the attribute that sets the weapon mode. Like some weapons will have like different modes. Like you have the backpacks. Like if you look in this is the game files that everyone can look at. You have this in your files that just sets stuff. So if you look at like the battalion's backup. Yeah. Let's see. No, that was not the right one. Battalions. Yeah, there we go. That was the wrong one. Yes. So you can see here that you have. Oh, that's a set buff type. No, it's a classic. That's interesting to see. It's a classic. Yeah, set weapon mode, which is called lunchbox adds max health bonus. No, yeah, lunchbox adds health bonus. That's what this is called. They use it for the weapon mode to set like different stuff. Cool. All right, so we got that figured out. Someone had some complaints about the gas passer. The gas passer is fine, except for the fact that you can double dip players, which I'm not sure we can actually code against. Yeah, I have to switch back and forth. Bam.
Ooh, money!
Enigma's super chatted $1.38. My sprinkler goes like this: TS 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 T.
Thanks, Enigmas, for a glorious donation. So isn't super annoying at all, but I might have to change the voice to Brian if people want that instead, because I'm just using the Australian ones, because Australia's cool. Yeah, so they apply the damage type bleed to trigger the explosion because the gas condition needs to deal any damage to trigger it. Yeah. I think, yeah, that makes sense. So that on this hit, like this spy triggers like explosion bleed and stuff. But it's so short, like it doesn't matter. But that means, in theory, you can throw the cleaver, like after they explode, you have a 0.4 second window where the cleaver will crit anyone that's in the gas explosion, which I think is pretty difficult to land. I would say, like how would you even do that? We would need like instant weapon switch to pull that off. Right. Anyway. What's the main complaint people got about the gas passer? Since what we have right now is that it does, like, this is the stats we have to do to make sure that it doesn't do fucking 300 damage. But maybe I could code it so we can just adjust the explosion. And we can maybe add a clamp so that it doesn't double dip. If it is indeed the gas passer doing the killing, because it would always register as the flamethrower, as the weapon. That's one thing that's something I can look at now, actually, since we're doing this coding stream. Because one problem that we have with the gas passer that many of you know is that if you miss, it doesn't do any damage. But if like you do this, yeah. Let's see. There's a certain angle you can throw it at where it will, yeah, there you can see it double dipped. Yeah, too easy to hit people with, yeah, but you know you don't have a shotgun, and shotguns are you'll get more damage done with a shotgun overall from a game than you can do with the gas passer. But it does have the problem of double dipping players. And the counterplay is to reflect it, or use Vitasaw to do it. We could make it so that the how would that even work? Love dying as medic at full health. Yeah, let's see if we can double dip the turn. See if we can double dip the medic. So let's say you're on fire, and then you see you don't get one-shotted as a medic. Like here, I had to hit you on fire, I had to double dip you twice, and then you died from afterburn. Yeah. Yeah. If we can figure out a way to limit so that you can't get gassed again after a certain amount of time has passed, then I think we would be pretty good. So let's, because I think I'll implement this. I'll implement this. Sure, I'll give it my. Because now we can set the damage to whatever. So yeah, gas passer. Let's see, you have the gas, and then a rocket. Still doesn't kill the medic. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do with it. Can make it so that it doesn't do any afterburn. Like hardly any at all. Then it's just the explosion you have to worry about. Could do that. That would make it harder to combo into itself. Yes, we can try the gas passer plugin stuff now. Let's see. Where did I have it? What's it called? Does it even work on my end here? What was the plugin called? to check the GitHub repository here. It's called Jars Edit. I don't have the plugin, I think. Not here on my test environment. Is it? I have it here. Yeah, I have it. I have it here. Cool. Here we go. Jars edit. Does it compile? It does. Let's see. Yes. So now I have it. Now we have the gas passer fix. I didn't have it before. Whoops. Let's see here, and then we're gonna do. I don't think I've actually looked at this plugin, so here we have. Oh boy! Ah, here we have the radius. Cool. I actually didn't know about these C-bars. Admins can change these, I think. Alright, let's do the radius -1. Alright, let's put it to 10. See what happens. Does that mean that the radius is larger or smaller? Put it to 1,000. Yeah, okay, so larger number is larger, alright? Let's see. -1 is the normal one. Let's see. So if I throw it here, it's just a spy, and then if I put the radius to 1,000, I hit fucking everybody. Yeah. Oh, this is fair. All right. So -1. Or put it to -100. How does that work? It's still the gas cloud that. Oh, but. Let's see. Will that prevent double dipping, I wonder? Is that, let's just combine F to this. Could we technically prevent by turning on the radius? It seems like it can't really hit. It doesn't seem that the initial hit covers it anymore. Is that just me? Did any of you guys see that? I'm gonna set it to 0, 0. Okay, I can try setting it to 0, 0. Yeah, at 0, 0 we can still get the double dip, but when I put it to -1,000, I wasn't able to get a double dip, I think. Yeah. See, I'm not. But when I set it to -1, I should be able to get. Or not. This is bizarre. Excuse me? We set this to 0, 0. Can someone explain to me this fucking inconsistency? What the fuck is happening? Now I can't get the double dip at all. Why I'm using Notepad++? It's the only one I really bothered to know. What are the other CVARs here? Gas radius. So if you put it to like 5. I'm not sure how much this radius really changes. Wait, I am refilling the bot's health. Maybe this has something to do with the double dipping. What's the Archon for, or the Adcon for constant healing? I forget what it's called. Enigmas should know this. He's fucking Adcon, the guru. Let's see, healing. Okay, 73 maybe? Bots come out. Didn't. Yeah, okay, they have it now. Okay, there I got the double dip. Why not always? Why isn't it always? Okay, so we're getting the double dip with this radius. Let's try putting it to 0 and see if we still get the double dip. Okay. No double dipping. Bring it to -1. Why is it so fucking inconsistent? So even at -1 and 0, 0, it appears that it's like, it's geometry based, I think. Yeah, even at 0, 0, I get the double dip here, right? Yeah, you see? But not always. Just sometimes. What the fuck? Alright, let's see if I can... Yeah, -1 is the least, so... Yeah, I think it's made for MVM, so we're gonna have some issues with this, but... I think it has something to do with the timing of when they are, if they're already burning. So let's try. Going in and out of this doesn't seem to change much. Oops. All right. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's much we can do about it. Huh. Bunch of stuff here. Could we increase the negative value? Would that do anything? If we set the radius to less than -1, so we can like, because I think if we make the initial radius so small, then you won't get double dipped. I think. Will this work if I like say -1000, or is -1 the same? Just one way to find out. Let's see. Oh, min is still just... Didn't seem like this did anything. I don't know the syntax for this. I'm not sure if we can add bleed to the gas passer. Like, this is his very own stat. Like, what I can alter is the afterburn damage and duration, I think. I'm gonna break the plugin. Yeah, okay. I'll just not do it then. Alright. So it seems like the bug of double dipping, 45 plus 45 damage is a lot, but because when we're balancing, you also have to balance out how powerful it is and how often you have it, right? So right now, let's see. If I were to, let's say I coat this heavy and I go full, right? Let's see how much damage is that on everybody. Alright, they die. They absolutely die. So the afterburn might be a bit much, I think, for a splash AoE thing. Since if we compare it to, like, you know, a flare gun, they still die a lot faster, but it's just one target. So I think we can... Yeah, well, that's also one thing I haven't tested. Like, if we... Like this combo right here, so if you do like wrap, wrap... Fuck, they all die. This, 178. So, I think we can reduce the afterburn duration actually. Since you can often double dip, and I think being able to kill squishies, you know, with little effort, like do this and they're gonna die, right? Yeah. Yeah. They just barely die, which I don't think is fair. So I'm gonna be nerfing that. Let's see. So it's still gonna have a strong explosion, but it's gonna have shorter burn duration, I think. Makes more sense. Let's see if I can after burn duration penalty 1 to 8. Just gonna make sure that this one works for this. Doesn't appear that the afterburn is really changed. Yeah, so it didn't really do anything. 8 to 8. If I put it to 1 or 10, what is that value going to be? And it still works. Okay, let's see. Looks like they are... the afterburn duration doesn't care at all. Work. What about 74? We just put it at 0. Will that work? We found an attribute that worked, I think. Alright, let's use this one. Let's make it do half. So then we have this, and we go, did I reset correctly? I double dipped on everybody. Fuck. So it doesn't kill the scout now, and the scout has 40 health left. So that was a total of 45 plus, let's see, let's do math. Let's see, so 85 damage. Splash. Still a bit much, I think. How about 25% burn duration? I think that should be more fair, I think. Oh, bam. I think that was a lot more fair, actually. Then it's mostly the explosion, and then it only does half their health, but it's splash. It doesn't kill squishes anymore, so I think that should be fine. However, it should probably be 33, so it's like sort of diminishing returns. Because right now it did about 45 plus. Yeah, it did 100. No. Math. I'm totally dependent on calculators. Hold on. So it's like 60 or 65? Yeah, it did 65. So I think it should do a little bit more. A little bit more than 65. To not be a dud. So if we do this. Still 60? What? God damn it. So let's have a look at the scout. Yeah, I think that's better. Now it did slightly more than 65, which is basically a melee hit, right? So now it did 73. 73 AoE attack for Pyro, not having a reliable weapon. You can sometimes double dip for another 45 damage, which means even if you do the double dip, they're still gonna live. So I think I'm gonna keep it at 0.3. So 70% left after burn duration. 45 damage. Slow deploy time. Reduced after burn duration by minus 70%. There we go. I think that's more fair. As the gas passer meta. Yeah, so gas. Yeah, the extinguisher won't really do much with gas, but I think the sharpened volcano fragment will, like Robson says. So, like if we have this one, I mean it's still. Oh, let's. On the non-original target, you'll still get some damage off of it, but you will probably get more value out of this thing. Yeah. So right now, let's just double check the damage for the gas passer. So it's going to do like, let's see, how much is it? Yeah. So even if the scout takes another 45, he's still going to live. Granted, nothing else hurts him. And that's just something we have to live with because double dipping is just such an unreliable mechanic. And we can't really do much about it. So, yeah. Cool. We did it. So, I'll be deploying these today. And then we're gonna play some balance mod, I think. Probably gonna take a little break just to get some dinner, and then I'll resume the stream, I think. Are there any questions before we take this little break here? No questions? A summary? Well, with the manmelter, we have made it so it's like what like Namjam suggested, which now it's better at long range, and I mean it's better than what it was. Like if you get some crits now, you can just shoot this guy here, and he's gonna die from it. And he's dead. And that's really all. And then we changed the afterburn duration for the gas passer, so it doesn't kill squishies anymore, but it still does, you know, 45 damage plus. Yeah, it does like 60 something damage. How much was it? I forget. Let's just check how much it was. Gas passer. Yeah, they are left at 52. So last time I checked, yeah, some more sniper harassment, I guess, as if we needed that. But yeah, sure. The faster projectile speed is back and stuff like that. So it still does more damage. Oh, let's see. Still does more damage. It does like 40. And this thing does like 30. So it does 10 more damage on a regular hit. And it has faster projectile, so you can now harass snipers, and it's a little bit better than other flare guns on the first hit. And then it's also pretty good with the crit, so it's kind of... It has less initial impact, but more afterburn, instead of my version that had a huge impact and then nearly no afterburn. So it's like sort of almost the same. Except that you have the faster projectile, which I'm not too fan of. Alright. Cool. Well, this was good. Still depends on pyros to be good. Yeah, I guess. Still very much a response weapon though if the enemies are running a lot of pyros and stuff, so we'll see. Could make it so the manmelter one-shots pyros if it's critted. Like, go in the click and it's like... If, let's see, where is it? If enemy class is pyro, then he fucking dies. Colon. Alright. Then we don't need any of this. All of this time was for this amount of code. And then we're going to make it nice. I actually think the ambassador might be fine where it is right now. Because it's like the only weapon where you can basically do a rocket's worth of damage. And I think a lot of spies were very, like, when the nerf first hit, people were used to just how good the ambassador was. And I kind of felt that way too, especially with the dead ringer and stuff. But like, as time goes on, we have sort of seen, like, what higher recharge, like if you're running the Dead Ringer and you want to use it effectively, you sort of have to compensate by either using the Charger or Big Earner to kind of make up for the fact that you're not going to be able to recharge as quickly. But what I saw with the Dead Ringer buff is that nobody used the Big Earner, like at all, hardly ever, because there's really no reason to, because it recharged so quickly by itself. And it became like super easy to just not engage at all as a spy and do a lot of headshot damage. So while I think we'll have to keep the vanilla ambassador for a little bit longer and see if it needs a buff or something, because in the right hands it's still pretty good. Like you can tell the enemy health, and if you headshot them, you can do more damage. You can probably alter like accuracy or firing speed or something like that, or just non-body shot damage. But it's been the go-to weapon for too many spies for too long. What is the word about the reserve shooter? That's a question mark, Elrissa, so you should have a question mark after that. I'm also going to be looking at how to alter the charge meter of the flog, so it will be a bit more, how to say, interesting. Oh yeah, and also, oh fuck, it's also a thing I gotta do that I forgot. For the baby faces blaster, to not have the hype reset on jump, because it drains all the time a bit quicker now. So boost is not lost when taking damage or jumping. And I'm like, this is the value for the freaking charge. Like 1 is 100%, and you would think 0.1 is 10%, but it's not. It's 6, because I don't fucking know. It's TF2 code. That's what it is. Right. Yes, that was one thing I was fixing. Auto backstab for headshots, yeah. If you headshot somebody, you get a speed bonus. Yeah, spy needs that. Non-committal speed bonus. I think the reserve shooter is fine as it is right now. It does a I don't think it belongs on Pyro, so Pyros can just not use it, because it's originally a soldier weapon, I think. Spy should never have lifesteal. He has that with the kunai, but you have to sacrifice health in order to have it. So if we were to put that, we had to use that on the ambassador. So you have less health with the ambassador. I don't think any spies would want that. Like, whenever someone suggests mobility options for spy, it's like I'm thinking, like, you have literally not understood the design of the class. It's deception and being invisible. He doesn't need, like, vertical mobility options because he can turn fucking invisible. That's his thing. Like, someone who jumps vertically, that's soldier and demo man. They do that. Spy does not. Yeah. Hello, McNamjan. We just finished coding your suggestion. Now it looks like this. And then with the crits. And that's it. That's it. So I'm gonna go take a break, get some dinner, and then I'll be resuming the stream in whenever that's done, and then we'll be playing balancemod throughout the evening with the stream, because I really want to stream more. So thank you guys for tuning in so far. These changes, I'll be pushing these changes fairly, or before I start up the stream, so they're not going to be live now, but they're going to be live by the time I come back, because I'm gonna review a couple of things and make sure that the website and everything's updated, which is just boring stuff.